Ramadan is one of the most special and meaningful times of the year for Muslims all around the world. Why would millions of people willingly stay hungry and thirsty every single day for a whole month? The answer is beautiful and deeply spiritual. Every year, for an entire month, Muslims fast from dawn until sunset, staying away from food, drink, and other physical needs during the daylight hours. To someone unfamiliar with Islam, this might sound extremely difficult or even confusing. Ramadan is not just about not eating or drinking, it is about changing the heart, strengthening the soul, and building a closer relationship with Allah. Ramadan is the 9th month of the Islamic calendar and is considered the holiest month in Islam. It is the month in which the Quran, the holy book of Muslims, was first revealed as guidance for humanity. Because of this, Ramadan is a time of reflection, worship, and spiritual growth. You can think of it as a spiritual reset button, just like we sometimes need to restart our phones or computers when they become slow or overloaded. Muslims use Ramadan to restart their lives, refocus on what truly matters, and leave behind bad habits. Fasting in Ramadan is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, which means it is one of the core acts of worship that shape a Muslim's life. But the goal of fasting is not simply to feel hungry. Hunger is a tool, not the purpose. The real purpose is to develop something called taqwa, which means being conscious of Allah at all times. When a Muslim is fasting, they may be alone and extremely thirsty, with a glass of water right in front of them. No one would know if they took a sip, if they don't, because they know Allah sees them. That private struggle builds honesty, sincerity, and a deep awareness that Allah is always present. Fasting also teaches self-control and discipline. During Ramadan, Muslims do not only avoid food and drink, they are also expected to stay away from bad behavior. This includes things like lying, gossiping, arguing, using bad language, and losing their temper. Ramadan trains a person to control their desires and emotions. If someone can resist food and water for many hours, they can also learn to control their anger, their tongue, and their actions. In this way, Ramadan becomes a training program for the soul, helping Muslims build habits that should last even after the month ends. Another powerful reason Muslims fast is to develop empathy and compassion for those who are less fortunate. Around the world, millions of people go hungry not by choice, but because they cannot afford food. When Muslims feel hunger and thirst during Ramadan, they are reminded of these struggles. This feeling softens the heart and encourages generosity. Charity is highly emphasized during Ramadan, and many Muslims increase their donations, feed the poor, and look for ways to help others. Fasting reminds them that their blessings are gifts from Allah and should be shared. Ramadan is also a time for spiritual cleansing. Just as people detox their bodies from unhealthy food, Muslims try to detox their hearts from spiritual diseases such as jealousy, pride, hatred, and greed. They spend more time praying, reading the Quran, and making dua supplication. They ask Allah for forgiveness and try to repair broken relationships. It is a month of second chances, where people strive to become better versions of themselves. The quiet moments before dawn and the peaceful nights after sunset create a special atmosphere that helps people reflect deeply about their lives. Many people think fasting is only about the stomach, but in Islam, the entire body fasts. The eyes fast by avoiding looking at inappropriate things. The ears fast by avoiding listening to gossip or harmful talk. The tongue fasts by avoiding lies and hurtful words. Even the heart fasts by trying to remove negative feelings. Islam taught that if a person does not leave false speech and bad actions, then Allah does not need them to leave their food and drink. This shows that the inner change is more important than the physical hunger. A common question is, why do Muslims fast for a whole month? Why not just a few days? The answer lies in the nature of change. Real change takes time. Experts say it can take weeks to build new habits, and Ramadan provides 29 or 30 days of continuous training. Waking up early for prayer, controlling desires, giving charity, and being mindful of one's behavior every day for a month helps these actions become part of a person's lifestyle. By the end of Ramadan, Muslims are meant to feel spiritually stronger, more patient, and more connected to Allah. Ramadan also brings a unique sense of community and warmth. Families wake up together before dawn for suhoor, the pre-fast meal. Even though it is early and people are sleepy, there is a peaceful feeling in sharing that quiet time. At sunset, everyone waits eagerly to break their fast with iftar. The first sip of water and first bite of food feel incredibly special, and there is a strong sense of gratitude. Mosques fill with worshippers at night for special prayers called Taraweeh, where long portions of the Quran are recited. The atmosphere in these nights is calm, emotional, and full of faith. Kindness increases during Ramadan. People try harder to smile, forgive, and be patient. Small good deeds feel more meaningful. Muslims believe that rewards for good actions are multiplied in this month, which motivates them to do even more. There is also a strong sense of unity, knowing that Muslims all over the world are fasting at the same time. Turning to Allah together, despite differences in language, culture, or background, at its heart, Ramadan teaches a powerful lesson about true strength. In today's world, strength is often seen as getting whatever you want, whenever you want it. Ramadan teaches the opposite. True strength is being able to say no to yourself for a higher purpose. It is choosing patience over anger, generosity over selfishness, and faith over temptation. By controlling physical needs, Muslims learn to strengthen their willpower and their connection to their Creator. When Ramadan ends, Muslims celebrate a holiday called Eid al-Fitr. It is a joyful day of prayer, family gatherings, and gratitude. But the real success of Ramadan is not just reaching Eid. It is leaving Ramadan with a softer heart, better habits, and a stronger relationship with Allah. The month is like a spiritual school. And Eid is the graduation, but the lessons are meant to stay for the rest of the year. So when you see Muslims fasting, know that they are not simply staying hungry. They are working on their patience, their character, and their faith. They are learning to be more grateful, more generous, and more mindful of Allah. Ramadan is a month that feeds the soul, even while the body goes without food. That is the true meaning and beauty behind why Muslims fast for an entire month.